Hello everyone, again I'm here and I welcome everyone to the 100 Days of Coding by CSI chapter VIT-AP. I'm your speaker Debarshi again. So in the day 6 of this, I'm going to be covering branching statements, which is again pretty simple. So at first I'll be talking to you about the basic syntaxes and how that works, and then I'll cover one good question in which most of the concepts will be clear. Okay, so let's start it. So what are branching statements? It is pretty simple. It is just if and else's. So what happens is in if we write a condition, and if that condition satisfies, the code inside of that if block gets executed. If not, the next condition is checked. If that is correct, then this is executed, and if none of the condition is satisfied, then the else block code is executed. Okay, so this is a basic concept behind this branching statements. And one thing to make sure is whenever you're writing this condition, this has to be a Boolean value after all. Like whatever expression you are writing inside this condition, it has to be a Boolean. Okay. So I have seen many students write it like this: if uh, a equal to 5, or yeah, here some blah blah, some print. Okay, it will be wrong. Okay, because this thing, if a equal to 5, it is nothing. It just means 5 is assigned to a. It is not giving any true or false, but inside if the condition statement, it has to be giving true or false. So we can use a double equal to 5, which means it will check if a is equal to 5 or not. If it is 5, then it will be true, and if it is true, then this print will get executed. So make sure that you are not making this simple mistake. I've seen many students making this same mistake again and again and again. Okay, so these are the basic syntaxes where we write if, then condition statement, else if, which is written as elif, condition statement, and else. So this is the basic concept and the syntax in branching. Now let's see in the code section how the codes are written. Okay, so the basic code I'll show you is simple. First, we have defined age as 18, then we are checking if the age is less than 18 or greater than 18 or less than 18. Based on that, we are deriving classes. Okay, so if the age is less than 13, it will print child. If it is less than 18, it will print teen. And if it is none of these two conditions, then it will print adult. Now, as 18 is not less than 13, not less than 18, it is equal to 18 but not less than 18. So this else statement block will get executed and it will print adult. Okay, so this is how simple if else statements work. Now let's see how the nesting works. Okay, so what is nesting? Nesting means one thing inside another, right? Now nested if else means if else inside another if else. Okay, so this is the concept behind nesting, where you write a condition inside an if statement, and if that condition is satisfied, the code or the next or what happens is the code inside that if statement gets executed, and if in that code there is another if statement, then it will go on and on and on and on in the same way. Again, it will check if the next if statement condition is satisfied, then this code will get executed. There might be other if statements as well, like in this fashion: if inside that another if, inside that another if, and inside that another if. So like that, it can be this diagonally going on and on, if branchings. Okay, so these are called basically nested if else statements, where inside a condition there are other conditions. Again, if that condition also satisfied, it will check other condition. So this is called nesting, right? Now as you can see in this code, it was just checking if the number is positive or negative. Now if it is positive, then it will check if the value is even or odd. So as you can see, first it will check positive or negative. If it is negative, it won't check this even and odd. It will directly print negative number. But if it is positive, then it will also check if it is even or odd. So as you can see, one check, if it is satisfied, then other checks. So this is called nesting, and as we are using the nesting concept inside if-else statements, it is called nested if-else. Alright, I think it is clear now. Right, so this is the basic concept behind this if else and branchings. So now let's solve a question. I have seen this question come in one of the CATS exam of the freshers. It was pretty interesting, and I think this is the best question from the branching statement concepts. So I will solve this question. Basically, that question was in a complete big statement, blatant statement, which was hard to like comprehend. That's why I like put it in steps, so it will be easier for you to understand what is given in the question. Okay, so it was basically to find out the like the train airplane ticket fare. Okay, based on luggage weights and discounts and everything, and many conditions are there. Based on that, finally we have to give the output of the airplane ticket cost. Okay, they are given base fares for two classes, economy and business class. There are also limits for the luggage. Based on the personnel. If there is a student, if there is an army, based on that there are other limits, and also there are discounts based on the categories. And so, what do we need? Based on what? We need the personnel type, right? So first we need to take input of the the category, which category that personnel belongs to, which class that personnel is wanting to travel, right, and the luggage weight of that personnel. Because based on that, we are going to have to display the total ticket price. Okay, so let's solve this. So what do we need? So basically, we need the first the classes, right? Which class? Right, it will be a simple input. Right, input. Let's say enter flight class. Right, I'm not going to be using the string functions, strip and lower. Let's keep it simple. So first flight class, then I will take in the input of the category and then the weight of the luggage. It will be in float, that's why we are parsing it into float. Others are simple strings. It will be either economy business or student army and others. Right. So now we have taken the input of the classes. Next step should be what is the base fare for them. Right. Need to derive the base fares. So let's take the input of the base fares now. Right. So if the flight class is equal to economy, then the base fare is 5,000. Else, if it is business, then the base fare is 10,000. Okay. So here is that. Next step should be defining the category of like which category that personnel belongs to. Right. We have taken the category. So based on that, we'll have some values of let's say we can like make the limit. So if it is student, the limit for this 23 kg as is given. So let's define that now. So if category is student, sorry, is student, then second, sorry, then the luggage, let's say limit just. Then the limit is 23, right? And else, let's say LF. If the category is army, the limit is 23 again. Else, if for the others, the limit is there a limit 15 or 10? Let me check. Yeah, for the others, the limit is 15 kgs. Okay, so here's this 15 kgs. Now, let's see and let's calculate the extra charge based on the luggage that the person is carrying, right? So if the luggage is exceeding the limit, then first we need to find the extra weight, right? We need to find the extra weight first. How much is the extra weight? And based on the extra weight, we are finding the extra charge because as it is given in the question, uh, 200 rupees per extra kg. So first we are deriving how many kgs are extra, then we are getting the extra charge total. Okay, and if the like the luggage is not exceeding, then there won't be any extra charge. So extra charge is 0. Done. The next is to define the discounts, right? So if the category is student, the discount will be 0.5, well, like it is 5% of the base fare. If it is army, then 10%, right? And otherwise, there won't be any discounts. So discount is 0. Done. Now just final thing is left, which is to basically find the total price of the airplane. The total price is what? The base fare plus whatever the extra charge is taking, and we just minus a discount from it, and we get the total price, right? Now final thing is left is to print, right? So let's do a pretty printing. Alright, so first let's say ticket summary, right? Ticket total summary. Let's do this, right? Ticket summary. Okay. Then we're gonna be printing first the class, right class. Then we're gonna be printing the category, then the luggage weights, then the discounts, right? Printing the discount, right? Spelling mistake, right? Let's now like print the extra charge, right? Extra charge, whatever is taken, and finally we are going to print the total ticket price. So now let's see what is the input. So class, let's say economy class, army personnel, right? Kgs. So what will the weight in kgs? Let's say 30. So now if you see, as well as the total ticket summary, which is class economy, army personnel, luggage weight is 30. Now we are getting discount of 500. All right. Now what is the total charge? The extra charge is 1400. Now why is that? Because the limit is 23 kgs, so 7 kgs extra, 7 into 200, which is 1400. The total ticket price is, like, the base fare was 5000. I think, yeah, 5000. 5000 plus 1400 minus 500, we get 5900. So this is how we are finding that answer. So as you can see, the question is very easy. All you need to do is first write down the question into the small steps. Right? Whatever the question was given, that was very, yeah, very uh, odd, blatant. So it was hard to derive what the question is asking us to. So first, you need to derive the steps in cool, calm head. Then everything becomes very easy. Then just follow those steps and write down the code, like basic if else code. Just simply check every detail of it, and based on that, define variables. First, think of what do you need. You needed the total price, right? Price means you need the base fare, extra charge, and discount. All you need to do is find these variables, find these values. What is the base fare? Okay, what is given in the question? Based on the class, economy or business. So write down these categories, right? Then it's the extra charge. Now, extra charge, like it is defined by two things. First, we have to check the category, then the luggage weight, because each category has its own limit. So based on that, we need to find the total extra charge, right? So this is how we are finding it. Then the discount. Discount is also dependent on the class of the student or army. So that's how we are finding these three variables. And once we find these three variables, we can easily find the total price. So this is what the question asked us to, and this is how you solve it. So very basic question, but many students told me that they have like they were unable to understand what the question was asking them. So this is how you solve these kind of questions. Pretty easy. So I think that's it. I think I've told you everything, and I hope that you have understood whatever I have taught you till now. If you have any doubts, you can give me any DM in my LinkedIn. It is in the same name. Right. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. Follow along and uh, keep track of the 100 days of coding. You will going to be learning a lot of new things there. We are going to go in depth of Python, Java, and C. So in the next class, I'll be teaching you regular expressions. Before that, there will be other classes. I think in the day 10, I'll be teaching you again. So stay tuned and follow 100 days of coding. Thank you so much.